Thank you all for joining us today on another phenomenal podcast. And yes, I'm sitting on the beach in Los Barillas at my buddy Mark's house. That's what you see behind me is his beautiful view that he has from his bedroom window every single day. Absolutely spectacular down here on the East Cape right now. The weather is gorgeous. It's probably 82 degrees outside. The water is 72 to 74 degrees. It's just an absolute gorgeous day down here on the beach. We have a super special show for you today, gang. We're bringing in our guy, Justin. Hopefully Pablo can make it. And we're bringing in Ryan from Slay Day. Captain Ryan's got a really phenomenal tournament coming up, and I don't want you all to miss it. So we're going to bring Ryan on the show. We're going to bring Justin. Hopefully Pablo figures out how to use his computer and he joins us today. But today we're going to be talking lobsters. We're going to be talking all about lobsters. We're going to be talking about how great it is to be fishing for lobsters right now in Southern California. And this tournament coming up in January, I believe it's the 27th of January. It's going to be pretty spectacular. Justin's available. You can hire him to come with you on your boat. That would be the best way. Or if you don't have a boat and you want to fish this tournament, you could charter his boat. It's going to be first come, first serve. And Ryan's going to tell us all about the tournament, what's going on, and how you can get involved. And let's see. Let's check in with Justin. Justin, did you make it to your boat yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Almost there.
I'm going to check back in with you in a little bit. I'm going to go to Ryan right now. You keep on driving. Okay. All right, Ryan, welcome to the show, buddy.
Captain Dave, how are you, sir?
I am so good. I'll tell you what, the magic occurred right after you appeared on the show. Ever since you were my guest, my numbers have skyrocketed. So thank you very, very much.
It has nothing to do with me, but you're welcome.
I give you all credit, bro. And if it would have went bad, you would have got all that credit too, I promise. So you got some really interesting things coming up here right now. Besides the fact that you can rent one of your boats and go lobster fishing or bass fishing or sea bass fishing or yellowtail fishing or halibut fishing, you got a big tournament coming up. How many years have you been doing this now?
Really good. This is our fifth year doing it. We call it King of the Harbor, because the entire tournament is located within the confines of the breakwall over in Long Beach and LA Harbor.
That is where Kelly caught the largest lobster ever caught in California. So tell us about the tournament. What's gone on in the last few years? What's the biggest lobsters you guys have caught?
Oh man, the biggest lobster that we've seen so far this decade, I don't know, the past 5 years, we had one weighed in 2 or 3 years ago that was almost 17 pounds.
Woohoo!
And that right there was the jackpot so far. But we've had some 16s, some 14s, some 13s, some 12s, a whole bunch of 10s. And the great thing is this tournament is limited. This year, we're probably going to shoot about 25, 30 boats. And of those 25, 30 boats, 20 of them, Long Beach Harbor is their home lobster ground. So some of these guys tap into their hidden honey holes, and the giants, they come out to play.
Oh, absolutely. That place is insane. Gang, if you've never taken a look at LA Long Beach Harbor, you can Google it. Go to Google Earth and look. You'll just be blown away at the magnitude of the size of that harbor. It's the largest harbor in the United States of America, and it's the third largest harbor in the world. There is so many places that a lobster can go. When you think about Ryan saying there's going to be 25 boats or maybe 30 in the tournament, when you look at the harbor, there's no way that's too many. There is so many areas, and there's a lot of places that really have still today haven't really been touched. There's so much to do in that harbor, right?
Absolutely. You know, and one of the years I think we ended up with 42 boats, and there was no issues out on the water. There's so much structure between the Long Beach side and the LA side that no one was on top of each other. There was no issues. Everyone was a gentleman or a gentlelady. We haven't had any issues for, over this will be our 5th year, other than some unkind words during the weigh-in. It's been a good run.
So Promar is a huge sponsor of my Tuesday show. Today is Promar Ahi USA Tuesday. You can see the QR code. I'm leaving it up there for y'all because Ryan, Justin, Pablo, myself, we cannot raise the flag high enough for Promar. They take really good care of us. They make sure that we're prepared for whatever we're doing. You have plenty of Promar products on your boats, right?
Absolutely, yeah. For the past 5 years, Promar Ahi USA has taken care of, they've taken care of our community, actually, Dave, because anyone that rents one of our boats gets 10 of the rigid ambush 32-inch nets. They get, 10 surface floats, 10 of the LED floats, all their seal-proof bait cages, and those are all provided by Promar. And of course, when we're out fishing, they're taking care of our sabikis and our cedar plugs and all the other terminal tackle. And what's awesome is they're based out of Southern California, so they're able to have a personal relationship with the professionals in our atmosphere. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, Steve and Ben are very, very big supporters of you, me, Justin, and the whole community, the whole fishing community. They're there. They're out there fishing all the time. They're talking to the people, and they're at every trade show. You guys, you won't even believe it. If you grab that QR code right there, right underneath Ryan's chin, and those of you driving and just listening, if you put in the code YSWG, you're going to save 20% on your order. But if you go and you enter through the QR code, my good man, my producer Elliot, he's able to track you, and we give away a free bag of swag on the first of every month. And January 1st, New Year, somebody's going to get a bag of swag. So grab that QR code right now, gang. Hit it with your phone. Grab it. Go there. Visit the website. Those of you that don't have the QR code, just put in the code YSWG. You're still going to qualify for the grab bag. And let's get going with this show a little bit more. I'm going to pull the QR code down now. If you want it, you're going to have to jump back in and get it later in the show, gang. So you got 25 boats fishing. What's the cost to get in this tournament?
So our tournament, it's open to kayaks and boaters. You can have up to 4 people on your team. It's $130 to enter, and about 95% of that entrance goes towards our friendly purse, if you know what I mean. We also do a jackpot bug, and the past couple of years, that one single jackpot bug has been worth anywhere from $600 to $1,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah, with that entry fee of $130, not only do you get to participate in this tournament, but you also get a big swag bag from Promar Ahi USA, Reeves Lures, CCA, Opsin Fluorocarbon, Bite On Lobster Attractant. Everyone goes home with about $100 worth of gear. And then on top of that, Dave, we also have one of the largest raffles of any tournament, where I think the first couple of years we had somewhere around 50 or 60 sponsors, and we gave away about $6,000 or $7,000 worth of stuff on our Facebook Live during the tournament. So it's kind of cool.
Oh my gosh, that is insane. Maybe you and I and Elliot will talk about posting that live on your Saltwater Guide. What do you think? That'd be pretty cool.
I think that'd be a blast. And then everybody that thinks they know how to fish Long Beach Harbor can become a member of your Saltwater Guide and really learn how to fish Long Beach Harbor.
Thank you very, very much for that. Yeah, I had to do it for a living there, so I got it kind of figured out a little bit. But gang, the really cool thing, if you don't know who Ryan is, he has an unbelievable opportunity for those of you that are thinking about getting into boating, but you're not really sure, you don't want to pull the trigger. He's got different levels that you can be involved with his whole operation. So think about this. I just want him to explain it to you. Ryan's got a full-time job. He's helping educate our children, gang. You don't understand. This is one of the guys that's actually telling our children the truth in the educational world. So he's got to get back to work. So real quick, just let us know. I know, but let everybody else out there know what you got going on with Slay Day, because it's a great company. And as a matter of fact, guys, Ryan was my very first special guest on this show. That's how much I think about him and his company. So go ahead, tell them what you got going on.
So Slay Day SoCal, we are a local company that caters towards those that want to fish our bite between Santa Monica Bay down to the border. We have 21 and 23 foot aluminum skiffs that are perfectly set up for Southern California fishing with giant live bait tanks right smack in the middle of the dance floor, Garmin and Simrad electronics, all of your safety gear, and center consoles where you have 100 miles of range every day, and you can go out, take your own boat out with your friends and family, and put yourself on your own fish using all of the spots that are preloaded in our chart plotters, and using the knowledge that you can gain from our mentorship and then becoming part of yoursaltwaterguide.com.
Yeah, it's an incredible company, gang. Ryan, you pull a boat. If I wanted to go fish out of San Diego, you got a boat down there?
At this exact moment, we won't have the boat there until the pelagic season opens. But yeah, normally we have a boat down there in San Diego,
right,
Orange County, and Long Beach.
So Newport and Long Beach Harbor, and all they got to do is show up down on the dock. You're going to have the boat ready, waiting for them.
Correct. Yeah, we have business licenses for the city of Long Beach. We have business license for Orange County Registrar. We got commercial liability, and you can show up. We have your boats ready for you, full of fuel, full of 70 pounds of ice, and tons of spots ready for you to go, catch your own fish. Especially right now, we only got about 3 weeks of rockfish left, so we got to load up those bags.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal, gang. Ryan, between him and I, we filled up your GPSs with so many. The whole thing, it all works together. We work together. So if you're a member of my website, not only will you see the spots and how important are spots when it comes to rock fishing or lobster fishing. There is nobody on the planet that gives you the information that you get at Your Saltwater Guide, right?
No, I mean, with the mix of the knowledge you give them on how to work, how to set up your dropper loops, what kind of weight to use, how to drift that current, and then with our spots that we've been rock fishing Santa Monica Bay and Catalina since the late 80s with my dad, so we got a lot of those rock piles that are out there, especially now with the unlimited depths. You can drift those spots over and over again by yourself without a captain, load up your kill bag, and have a great day on the water for pretty affordable price.
Yeah, no, what you got going on is phenomenal. And this is how, gang, I tell everybody that asks me, hey, Captain Dave, I'm thinking about buying a boat. I always say, call Ryan first and go out on the boat and see if you like it. Don't go buy a boat and then try to figure out if you like it afterwards, because it's a whole different thing, right, Ryan? Being your own captain compared to getting on a sport boat and the captain taking you to the fish.
Absolutely. And when people start fishing for their own fish on our rental boats, I think they start to gain a greater appreciation for, the 50 and the 100-ton guys and how much they have to work when they reset their anchor 4 or 5 times. When you find that perfect spot, I think people start to appreciate that a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely. It gives you more respect for yourself when you catch your own fish and you go to one of those spots on the GPS and you're like, geez, I went right to where Ryan told me to go, and we loaded the boat up with rockfish. How cool is that?
Yeah, and not just that, Dave, but some of the hidden spots that we have on our chart plotter for dropping hoops in Long Beach Harbor. We got about 40 spots on that chart plotter, and any night, any one of those spots could be crawling.
Oh yeah, it takes all the guesswork out of it for you. So I know you got to get going, and Pablo's back, and Sonny's. I think Justin's on his boat now. I'm going to bring both of them in a minute, but do it, all of us that are watching, a favor and tell them how to find you. Where do we find you? What's your website? What's your phone number? How do we get a hold of you?
So no matter what your social media platform is, just Google the words Sleigh Day. Sleigh Day is going to be on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and then our website, sleighdaysocel.com. That's where you can go and register your team for King of the Harbor 5, Saturday, January 27th, Long Beach Harbor, rain or shine. We usually meet up about 1 o'clock. We do our weigh-ins around midnight, and you got about 9 hours on the water to win a couple $1,000, Dave. So just Google Sleigh Day or go to sleighdaysocel.com.
And hoop netting is so much fun with the little prize at the end, but just the camaraderie and being out there with the group and being in your first lobster tournament, gang, you guys can't miss. It'll be a win-win whether you win the tournament or not. Just going out there and being part of this whole thing, you'll do it for years and years to come because you're inside LA Long Beach Harbor. So you know what the cool thing about your tournament is? It doesn't matter if it's blowing or raining. you can still fish in the harbor. So weather doesn't matter. This tournament's going off unless we get hit by Hillary, a giant hurricane that comes into Southern California. This thing's going off, gang, on January 27th. Make sure you give Ryan a shout. Get on his website and give him a shout. And then look at Justin.
Yep.
What's up, buddy? Wake
Hey.
up. Justin, wake up. He was sleeping on the couch right
I was
there.
trying to.
All right. And then
Dave, Ryan, how y'all doing? Pablo?
There's Pablo.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So look, Pablo and Justin will come up and fish this tournament with you guys on your boat. You guys, if you're thinking about it, you don't know what you're doing and you want to try it out. I'm sure Ryan's boats are going to be packed already. And if you want to use one of your boats, you can hire Justin or Pablo to go with you on your boat and fish the tournament, or Justin has a charter boat. So whatever level you want to do this tournament on, there's no reason to not do it now. But the first 25 are in, right, Ryan?
Yeah, we just opened up. We just started advertising a couple days ago, so we'll be live on probably tomorrow night with registration. It just opened up.
Okay, beautiful. So make sure you jump on that, gang. Justin, Pablo, you guys want to go win that tournament?
Yeah,
I will go win the tournament.
All right, perfect. I'm going to let Ryan go back to work. We're going to talk about you the whole show, Ryan. If you want to jump back in, I'll see you on the screen. If you don't agree with something we're saying, but I know you got to work, bro.
I appreciate you, boys. Everyone be safe on the water. Thanks for the opportunity, Dave.
And we're going to post about this tournament every once in a while on my social media coming up to it, gang. So you won't be left behind. And we'll bring Ryan in one more time, maybe a day or two before the tournament, and talk about it a little bit more. Thank you, Ryan,
Justin.
very much.
Pablo.
See you, Ryan.
Later.
Have a good one.
All right, there they are, the boys. You guys are making dreams come true, just like Ryan is.
Ryan, too.
Ryan seems like he's doing it, man.
So we're going to talk to Justin in a minute. We've all been watching him, and we're all excited we get to watch Justin again tonight. Pablo, you had an interesting weekend. One night you catch 30, the next night you catch 3.
I know. Yeah, you never know, man. And the swell was up quite a bit, and we were trying to work the jetties. Kind of a exciting night on Friday. The waves were really pumping. I don't know how it was up in the Long Beach area, but it was probably like 6 foot, maybe some 8 foot sneaker sets. And, we tried to just get out by the pier, but it just wasn't happening. It was just too big out there. And it was borderline where you could almost do it. But we fell back. We followed the plan. We fell back and we hit the spots that are on the game plan. And the second spot that we fell back on, we just clobbered them. We stayed there and just worked it all night, and we clobbered them. That was Friday night, and a lot of happy customers, and they actually booked again. And you try to tell them, hey man, it's not always like this, but that's what we try to do each and every time. And the second night on Saturday, we only got a few legals. We got plenty of shorties, but we got octopus, crabs, some legal crab, and stingrays, and but not a whole lot of legals. And it was like the same spot, and a lot of guys weren't feeling it because a little bit under the weather, but it was a great group of people, and we tried hard, and kind of called it a little bit earlier than normal, but it just shows you each and every day is different, and you just stay consistent and keep going for it, but it was still a great night. Great people. We had a great time. Just, it's always, as a captain, you feel horrible when you're not sending people home with just buckets of limits. That's when that's the worst night for us, is when they're not just completely loaded up going home. You just feel horrible.
Yeah, but I think I taught you guys more about that. You had a good group of people that all are private boaters. They know what's going on. What you were able to do is you were able to teach them. You were able to show them what you're doing. Let's be honest, man, if the lobsters are calling wide open, yeah, you get to pull a bunch of hoops, but you don't learn anything. You don't understand what is Pablo looking for. What's Justin looking for? They're moving around. They're trying different things because they got to They got to find some lobsters for you. So I always say it's better. And I know none of you are going to understand this, but when we're on a boat teaching, it's always better when they're not biting. You learn way more. Like I used to tell people, if you don't think we know how to catch, then why are you even on our boat? We know how to catch. We're trying to teach you, but it's efficient.
What's
It's
that?
lobster
What's that
fishing.
crazy noise?
That's Pablo driving.
You're echoing like really bad.
See, we take him off. It's all good.
Oh, that's weird.
Yep, because he's got his phone too close to him and the speaker's bouncing it off.
Oh.
Oh. We'll go back to him in a little bit. So, Justin.
Yes.
What do you got going on tonight?
So I'll be live again. I have a charter tonight. I'll be live at around 6 p.m. tonight. So everyone, make sure you're watching. We're going to go until 10 p.m. And then tomorrow, I'll be live again at 6 p.m. going until 10 p.m.
Now, you have one availability tomorrow night, right?
I do. I got one spot available tomorrow. So if you can, please book that up. It's only $175. You can give me a call or text at 951-703-9442. And also, don't forget, everyone, I'm available for that lobster tournament. So if you want me to captain your boat or come out and guide you on that day, I'm more than happy to do that. And we're going to target extremely large bugs. So,
Gang, have you watched Justin? Anybody that's listening, I can see your comments. Anybody been watching Justin doing these live hoop net trips at night? Any of the people on here watching, have anybody seen it? If you have, you know what we're talking about. It is so exciting. Even when it's slow, you're breaking it down, you're explaining, you're answering all the questions that pop up on the screen on Facebook. It's incredible. Now, we know we're streaming it across all social media, gang. But if you want to ask questions, you want to be involved in the whole situation, you need to go on Facebook. You cannot be afraid of Facebook, gang. There's nothing scary on there. Just don't listen to the baloney and just be involved and watch this show. It's incredible. It's fun to watch. It's better than any kneel down sports out there, gang. I promise you that. The other night, unfortunately, kneel down sports ended at like 8 o'clock, and we had 50 people join the stream, Justin, and then you went dead.
I know. I don't know what was going on. I was in a different area, and it just lost signal right there. Completely lost signal. And then it wanted me to reconnect, so I clicked, okay, reconnect it. And then it would lose signal again. I was like, what the heck is going on? So frustrating.
Yeah, and then you got back on there at the end, and it was good, and you got to wrap it up and show everybody what happened at the end. It was cool.
Yeah.
But, gang, you want to make sure that you get a hold of Justin. That one spot is ridiculous. Gang, you got to grab that one spot. You're going to have lobsters for Christmas. I don't care who you are. Your spouse will be stoked, or your children will be stoked to have lobsters for Christmas, and you can do that tomorrow night with Justin.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, just give me a call or text. Phone number is 951-703-9442.
Gang, pay attention tonight at 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Or a little after 6. Don't get all wound up if it's not on there right at 6. This is live. There's no editing. There's no fluff. He's doing it live out there. You can see the agony of defeat, and you can also see the celebration when he catches one. There's nobody on the boat that gets more excited about it than Justin. Let's see how Pablo's sound is. How we doing now? Pablo?
Yeah, I got it muted, so I'm just going to mute it if I'm not talking. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That works good.
It sounds good now, though. It's really good now.
Yeah, because he keeps putting the mute button on.
Oh.
So he doesn't have the feedback. What's happening, Justin, is when I'm talking or you're talking and he's on there and it's bouncing back onto his speaker and making it all tinny sound and that goes. So it's okay. So, Pablo, do you have any trips coming up?
Yeah, so right now I don't have anything on the books this weekend. So nothing coming up in the immediate future. I have a few lined up next week and the week after.
But yeah, I got some availability, so we're ready to go. I have done pretty good with return guys, like even Mr. Cutter. Mr. Cutter bought a certificate so he could get back out there, and going to take him back out whenever he schedules with me. And yeah, I got that going on. So looking to give people some deals on certificates or some open party trips. I mean, I'm available to run pretty much every night. So if anybody just gets the bug for bugs, if you will, and wants to go out, give me a shout and we'll make it happen. I'll run with the minimum of 2, but prefer 4, obviously. And the gift certificate's always a great option to get me out there with you anytime.
Oh, there you go. We haven't even talked about that yet. Talk about your gift certificates and tell us what's going on with that, because there's a lot of people watching right now. We got like 50-something people watching live on Facebook alone.
Yeah, so we collaborated and we came up with gift certificates, and they're all pretty much the same. So the one that I have is basically it's $1,000 value, or even an $800 value, depending on how you look at it. But what it does is it gets you for $500, and you got to purchase it before the end of the year. It gets you on my boat for a 4-hour lobster hoop netting trip, or a 4-hour fishing trip, which is normally $800 on my website, and that's discounted for Saltwater Guide members. And then also the $1,000 guide trip, which is discounted for $800.
All right, we lost you, Pablo. Hold on. Justin,
Yes.
what do you got going on?
All right.
You got any gift certificate things going on?
So I only have one gift certificate available. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm doing the same thing. Gift certificates, you have until the end of the year to purchase them. And they're good for 1 year. So they're good for the whole calendar year of 2024. It's $500. We'll come out on your boat and show you how we do this. If you want to learn lobsters, I'll show you lobster. If you want to learn fishing locally from MDR, Marina Del Rey, all the way down south to San Diego or into Mexican waters, I'll show you how to do that. If you want to go offshore, I'll show you how to fish offshore. Oh, it's just reading some stuff popping up here, which I shouldn't do. So if you want to go offshore, I can show you offshore. If you want to learn Catalina, San Clemente Island, any of those things, I know Santa Barbara Island very well. Only $500 now come out with you for the day. There's no limit of time except for 12 hours. I'll come out for 12 hours with you. Member, not member, it doesn't matter. The gift certificates for everybody. Just give me a call at 951-703-9442. And I think there's my QR code right there on the screen to Bowline Sportfishing. You don't want to miss out. It's a smoking deal. Probably the best deal you're ever going to find with a guide. Yeah, I'll come out there and I'll show you everything. Everything from either driving your boat if you want to learn how to do that, reading electronics, how to read spots, how to fish exactly on the spot, how to anchor your boat, which is super important, how to bait hooks, how to tie hooks, how to do everything. And if you don't have something, I just got someone that purchased a gift certificate yesterday. He said, I don't really have the right rods and reels and tackle. I said, no problem. He's I don't even know what to get. I said, no problem at all. I'll bring it out for you. You could try my stuff. And then if you like that, you can then go and purchase that. But remember, everyone, you also have the PCS show coming up in March. That PCS show is going to have really good deals on tackle, products, clothing, everything. Everything's going to be there. I'll be there. Dave will be there. I believe Pablo's going to be there. Pablo's going to be there. We're all going to be there. And you can come see Rylan and have him sign autographs for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pablo, you'll be at the PCS show, right?
Yes, sir. Definitely. I'm looking forward to it. Had a great time last year.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll have a big booth right next to the stage I speak on, just like last year, gang. It was absolutely incredible last year. We met thousands and thousands of new people. It was a blast. I was blown away by all the people that just wanted to talk to me and tell me how much they love my videos. I can promise you, whether you're on my side or not, somebody likes my videos because we get 30 million views a month. So gang, if you're tired of not getting any tackle or not getting anybody to buy your stuff, you might want to become part of your saltwater guide. Justin, Pablo, how is it working out being part of your saltwater guide, you two? Go ahead, Pablo, first.
All right, sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's working out phenomenal. I mean, the biggest thing for me is the contacts that I'm making with your saltwater guide members is so far everybody has been so cool and so fun to be around. They're all like sponges. They want to learn, and we love that. We love sharing everything from the website and everything from our experiences to anybody that's eager to learn. I mean, and that's something you're not going to get on most other websites. That's what makes your saltwater guide website so good. Is it's just amazing the information that we get out of it. I mean, I know I get information from it all the time. You know, I can poke around and look at videos. I'm like, oh, I don't remember watching that one. I'll watch it, and it's just amazing the information there. Yeah, so the contacts, the clients, just the opportunities to get out on people's boat and show them how we do it. It's just been amazing, a huge blessing. I love being a part of it.
Well, thank you very much. We love having you as a part of it. I'm so happy that I was able to meet you and your beautiful wife, and now you guys are part of the family. Mike Lewis, you're absolutely right. That was probably one of my proudest moments, was meeting you at the show. Justin, how has becoming part of this thing worked for you?
It has completely changed my life. Completely. And Devo, how you doing? I had a 9-day job. I was working 9 days a week, it seemed like. And it was pretty stressful, and decided to give that up and start doing your saltwater guide thing instead, coming out on your boat and doing charters. So yeah, it's completely changed everything. Met thousands and thousands of people, just loving it. It's pretty freaking cool.
Gang, here's something that you don't understand. When you call Pablo, or you call Justin, or you call Sonny, that's who answers the phone. So when you hear the game plan from Pablo down in San Diego on Thursday, and what's the game plan? Every Thursday, we tell you exactly where you need to be in exactly what area you're thinking about going fishing. So if you're in San Diego, Pablo's got you covered. If you're in Long Beach, LA, Orange County, Justin's got you covered. If you're up at the Channel Islands, Sonny's got you covered. What do you mean got us covered? If you're going fishing, you got to have information. That's the key. I don't care if you're Devo, if you're Dan and Kim, if you're Mike Lewis, or if you're Dave Hansen. We need info before we leave. I call all my buddies before I leave. You call yours. Here's the thing that we have that no one else has. We're a website that teaches you how to fish in Southern California, but we also, all of us answer the phone. When you call, there's nothing that makes me happier that when you call my number and I answer and you're going, oh my God, it's you. I'm like, yeah, I answer my phone. It's my phone number. Another thing that I saw yesterday that I never thought about, my phone number is on every social media. You can find my phone number. It takes about a split second. That's my personal cell phone. I put it out all across all social media and all over because I'm not afraid. I'm going to answer your calls. I want to help you get closer to your goal of actually enjoying your boat every time you go out. That's why we built the website. We don't charge a phenomenal amount of money. I'm not making a house payment off it. Justin, when they call you, who answers the phone?
My kid.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No.
And Pablo, when they call
I
you,
answer the phone.
Pablo. And these guys put out a game plan every Thursday at 3:30 in the afternoon. It goes live on the website, gang. And you go, Pablo's talking about fishing the 9 Mile Bank. I wonder if he's got any spots he's going to give me. When you call Pablo and you ask, what do you get, Pablo?
117 point. No, just kidding. I can't give those out here. I will give you that. It's somewhere of 117 over 32, and that's the most I can give you here. But if you come to, become a member, you get the sweet game plan, the ones that Justin puts out, Captain Dave puts out, that I put out, and they're real numbers. I actually got some good input. I think it was Darren who told me, hey, I tried your first spot. and it was we loaded up there, and then I tried your second spot, and we got a bunch of sand dabs. Well, guess what? He was in the area. He got the fish, and you poke around in those areas, we're going to get you right in the area. We can't tell you the fish is going to be on this dot every single time, but we're going to show you how to get in the area most likely to get them. And we don't mind sharing our numbers and hooking people up with that.
Well, let me tell you something. If Darren didn't call me and tell me that, but if someone called me and told me all I got was sand dabs on your spot, I'd say because you weren't on my spot. Because sand dabs don't live on my spots or your spots or Justin's spots because it's a rock. And if a sand dab went on that rock, you'd get eaten. So if you're catching sand dabs, what happened, Justin? You missed the spot, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you're catching sand dabs, you're not on the spot at all. You're out in the mud.
Right, and that's what we use as an indicator, right? If we start getting sand dabs, then you're off the spot, and then you got to look around a little bit. That's the point. But and I talked to him afterwards, and I told him, I said, hey man, hit me up, and next time when I'm at the boat, I'll give you more spots. I don't mind giving him more spots, and you just got to keep poking around and try. That's another thing you get here, right? We teach you how to drop right on the spot, exactly to get right on the spot, and that's something that if we guide on your boats, we can show you exactly how we do it, and making you more successful.
And gang, it sounds too good to be true, but it's absolutely real. This is what we do every single day. I've been doing it for a very long time at a very high level. I was your saltwater guide before you even knew there was such thing as a saltwater guide, gang. I've been going with you on your boats, teaching you how to fish on your boats. About 5 years ago, I got a full-time job working down here in Mexico, so I had to figure out what I was going to do. Luckily for me, I met Justin and I already knew Justin from when he was a kid. He used to fish with me in the old days off the pier or off of Dana Point Harbor. But then I met Pablo and Kate, and I'll tell you what, I can't be happier having my business and my guys being taken care of by you two guys, and then Sonny up at the Channel Islands. That's like winning the lottery, having all three of you guys. It's just an insane opportunity for people that want to learn how to fish. It doesn't get any easier or better than right here, gang. My commitment to all of you is to make it the best fishing website ever made. I went a step further, and I spent a phenomenal amount of money, of my own personal money, to build an app so that everything's available to you on an app. You have it right there on your phone. You have what Justin's doing on the app. You have what Pablo's doing on the app. You have all the members are sharing every day. There's no negativity allowed on the website, the app, the community. It's straight positive all the time. What, Justin, don't you think the people are tired of all the negativity in America?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's getting worse and worse, it seems like, every day. But even on my live show, we don't put up with no negativity or anything. Nothing. And you'll notice I get a lot of the comments, that I have, I'm very, what is it? When I don't yell at anybody, I'm real calm. I deal with a lot of stuff, and it's fun, There's no sense to be negative in this world that we live in, so.
No, and it doesn't cause any good things to happen, gang. It doesn't cause anything good to happen. Pablo, what's your feedback from all the guys fishing with you? They happy there's no negative in her Fernandez charters?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you got to keep it positive and have fun. If we're not having fun and keeping it positive, what are we doing it for? It's got to be enjoyable for everybody.
Absolutely, gang. That's totally what it's all about. You will be blown away. Listen, I have a commitment to you guys. If you want to get involved in our website and see what the heck all the hype's about and why there's so many people watching me every single day and watching Justin every single day and watching Pablo every single day and watching Sonny every single day, it's because we're real. We're not faking it. Nothing's fake. We don't have a bunch of words. We don't have a bunch of slang you don't understand. We're talking to all of you like you're our buddies. We don't throw a bunch of, there's a lot of websites out there that are throwing out all this words that I don't even understand. And I've been in the industry for 50 years and I don't even know what they're trying to say. Hook-a-lot-a-com and swing on them all the time and and all these little hashtag things. I don't understand it. You shouldn't either. You want to catch fish, be involved in the website. We just tell you exactly how it is. We don't sugarcoat anything. We let you know exactly what's going on, right?
Absolutely. And just like Mike Lewis said, that's the word I was looking for, patient. I'm very patient.
Yes, you are. You're a very patient man, way more patient than I am.
I'll tell you one cool thing about the website. If you look at the other websites, I won't mention any of the other ones, but if you look at the other websites, one of them doesn't even report anything, and it's a phenomenal fee you have to pay a month. Doesn't even report anything after the bluefin are gone. The other reports, you're gonna get nothing but negative stuff. Okay, and you're also gonna see that fish are not biting. Well, let me tell you what. I was out yesterday on a half-day charter, and we got limits for the entire boat. Local. 10 mile, not even 7 miles outside the harbor. We got limits for the entire boat, including myself. I got the fish. Normally I don't like fishing. Not that I don't like fishing. I want everyone else to catch. I don't want to catch. I want everyone to catch. So I was out there fishing, catching fish. It was just so wide open. I couldn't resist the not putting a hook in the water to catch a fish. Wide open fishing. We caught limits of sheephead, limits of whitefish, limits of bass, limits of sand bass. Everything that we wanted to catch, we caught it. It was limit style fishing yesterday, and we're in what, December? It's freaking crazy. Crazy wide open local fishing. But you're gonna get all that at your saltwater guide, especially the game plan coming out for this weekend, because the weather this weekend looks phenomenal. So you're going to get, if you want to go out of Long Beach, LA Harbor this weekend, you're going to get the exact spots I went to. Wide open fishing. We just caught fish all day long, limited out, and decided, let's go in. So yeah, it's pretty spectacular fishing out there.
Absolutely. I was having fun talking to you on the telephone, and you were going, another hookup. And I was
scoping too. We got scoping. Also. Yeah. When I was talking to Dave the other day, yesterday on the phone while I was out there fishing, we were hooking up the fish. Dave was hooking up the fish. We're just reeling them in, talking. It's so funny. I don't know. It's just really funny. But remember, everyone, don't forget tonight, around 6:15 p.m., I'm going to go live on Your Saltwater Guide Facebook page. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And tomorrow, I'm going to be going live 6:15 p.m. And possibly on Saturday, I'll be going live as well.
And gang, if you're going to watch this, do me a giant favor. It'll really help me out tremendously. It'll help Justin and Pablo. Hit the share button. It's free. It's right on the bottom of the live feed tonight. It's like a little arrow looking swoosh. If you hit that, then you can share this live video across all of your social media. Then more people will get to watch this. I'm telling you, it's a blast to watch live hoop netting and being on the boat and learning all about it and seeing what's going on, and Justin explaining it to you and answering all your questions. There's nothing like this available on the planet Earth than right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And there it is right there. Look at that. Big Elliot put it right up there on the screen. There I am live. Oh yeah. And you're going to see us getting defeated, us bringing up a whole bunch of lobsters, the super excitement of everything, and then pulling up nets that don't have anything in it, which is really a bummer. I'd wish there's stuff in every single one of them. The other night also, we got a swell shark, and I was trying to figure out what they meant. There was a lot of comments that said hound shark, but I think you were talking about a smooth hound gray. I think that's what everyone was talking about. But the shark we caught was a swell shark. And it was actually the prettiest swell shark I've ever seen. Normally they're real drab color looking. A dull, grayish brown color. But yeah, it's a very pretty swell shark. We also caught a stingray, in which one of the gentlemen on the boat almost got stung by. He decided he was going to pick it up because he's done it before. And that would have been interesting live. And then we also caught a bat ray in there. We caught a sculpin, I believe it was. We got a sculpin, lobsters, crabs, everything. It's so much fun. And just like if you're looking at all the comments right now, everyone that's watched, I think everyone has a blast. There you go. There's some live video right there. Yeah, it is so much fun. You're not going to want to miss it. You're going to feel like you're out there with us. It's not edited. There's nothing edited. You're going to see nets coming up that have nothing in it. You're going to see nets coming up that have stuff in it. You're going to see our mistakes.
Go ahead.
You're going to see our... Well, that's us throwing a net out there. There you go.
If it's
There you go, the lobster. Oh, and we got 21 lobsters the other night.
All right, there you go.
21 keepers.
Oh,
and,
yeah. There you go.
and only one of the lobsters was a short. So we got 21 keepers and one short. And that was local Long Beach, Alamitos Bay Area.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal average. And these spots that we're showing you, Elliot's got up on the screen showing you what's going on. These are everything we do is available at the website, gang. And we don't play hide the ball. And when we give you a spot, it's real. And if you go and you do exactly what we tell you to, which is the most important thing, is to do every single thing right. You have to use the right buoy. You have to use the right rope. You have to use the right bait. You have to use the right bait tube. You have to do everything right if you want to be successful. You cannot call us after we set you right up on the spot and tell us, well, I went there and I was using salmon heads. There's nothing on our website that says use salmon heads. As a matter of fact, I say never use salmon heads. It's super important to make sure you do not use salmon heads. I know your sister's brother's aunt's cousin caught some with the salmon head. Gang, they're a horrible bait. They're horrible to deal with. And you know what really loves salmon heads more than you can imagine is the California sea lion. Pablo, you been seeing any sea lions out there?
Oh yeah, they're always out there, you know, and you see them when you're dropping your nets and you kind of cringe a little bit, and then you realize, well, you got the proper equipment, you got the Promar bait traps for these guys, bait cages, and
seal-proof bait tube.
Yeah, the seal-proof bait tubes they're amazing. I mean, they're a game changer. And I know, Captain Dave, you have some videos on how to make your own seal-proof ones too on the website. And yeah, those methods are the only way to go because the seals are everywhere. They're protected. They're everywhere, and they will ruin your night.
You know what's amazing? Hey, Greg, how are you? You know what's amazing, gang, is that now those bait tubes I made 15 years ago, they cost me almost nothing to make. Now, if you try to make one the way I show on my website, with the cost of goods going up so dramatically, it's going to cost you about $30, $35 per tube to make them, or you can just buy the Promar ones. And I think they're $25 or $30, and you don't have to go through all the hassle. It's amazing the price of PVC and the parts and the fittings and the glue and everything, how it's just gone up dramatically. But Pablo or Justin, let's go Justin first.
Don't stop.
If you had to use bait cages, you would be so bummed. Those bait tubes definitely change your life in Long Beach, LA Harbor. There's so many sea lions up there, right?
Oh, absolutely. Here, I'm going to grab a couple things really quick just so I can show it on here. I'll be right back.
All right, Pablo, think about if you had a salmon head tied up in the middle of that net you're looking at right there. What do you think would happen?
Oh yeah. So, well, number one, it's going to do its job. It's going to attract everything in the ocean. And once the seal gets in there and has its way with your trap, you may or may not even see your trap again because they get in there and they will just start thrashing the trap. At a minimum, it's going to be destroyed and you'll have to repair it. And sometimes you won't even get it back because they'll just just terrorize that thing until they get what they want, which is the whole salmon head or anything that's in there. On the contrary, when you use the Promar seal-proof bait tubes, then they're deterred. They look at those and they might try for a second, but they might take a little bite and they take off because they know they're not getting in there. And if you get them in before the seal season, you're good to go. I mean, but yeah, it's using the Promar Ahi stuff is just been a huge game changer in itself. And specifically those bait tubes, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you try using the little anything else, it's not going to work. You know, it may or may not work. But for sure, the seal-proof bait tubes, those work each and every time.
Gang, you got to think about the sea lion. Justin's going to show you in a minute, but the sea lion, if you've ever seen one, they have a giant eye. Their eye is really big, and they're able to see on the bottom in the dark. If you put a salmon head in one of those bait cages, or you put your sardines in a bait cage, or pieces of whatever fish, that sea lion sees that bait cage as it sinks to the bottom. They see it laying on the bottom. They see all the food in it. They are going to spend the rest of their night trying to get into that cage. They're going to smash it with their forehead. I've got video of them blowing bubbles into it. Gang, when we figured out the tubes, we were cutting edge. No one had ever done it before. I started making tubes to get away from the sea lions because there's so many sea lions now all over the place. When I started putting together the PVC pipe tube, you just drill little holes in it, little 1/4-20 holes in the black PVC pipe. The commercial lobster fishermen, in their 3x3 traps, they're great big traps, they use a bait jar the size of your fist. And then they just have little slits in that bait jar, and the bait jar goes inside the trap and it attracts the lobsters. So right away, I knew we're not there to feed them, which most of you don't get. You're not there to feed them. You're there to attract them into your hoop. So you don't want food hanging out the holes of the bait cage. You don't want food hanging out all over the place. You want it concentrated in a little area where the sea lion can't figure. He can smell it, but he can't see it, and they're very visual. If they can't see it, they're going to go by it a couple times, and then they're going to leave. But like Pablo said, once they're on it and it's fish and it's in that cage, not the seal-proof bait tube, but the cage, you don't have a very good chance of catching. And I know your sister's brother's aunt's cousin always catches them with the cage. That's great. I promise you, I'm never using a cage. Justin's not using a cage. He plays a little game. He tries some different things, but he's always got his bait tubes. Show us what you got, Justin.
All right. So this right here is what Dave was talking about originally, what he was making. Okay. I learned how to do this from Dave. This is that PVC pipe. I still use them today because I don't have all the Promar ones, but I'm starting to stack them up as we go along. So this is the one right here. They work very well. The problem is this is extremely, extremely expensive to buy. If I were to buy this right now, without buying the drill bit to drill these holes, I'm looking about $42 to $45 for this one right here. It's absolutely crazy how expensive these are now. Originally, when I made this about 9 years ago or whatever it was, I think I maybe spent $15 on this, but now it's over $40. This one right here is trash. I keep it on my boat because one of these live videos, I'm going to do something. So you have to stay tuned, and maybe this today, and maybe tomorrow, maybe this weekend, or maybe in another week. So this right here is trash. Okay. Take this right here, throw it away. Or if you want, better yet, you can take this and give it to one of your friends that doesn't have one, and they won't catch anything. All they're going to catch is a sea lion puncturing this. We've had these flattened out and no bait in there coming up. It was absolutely crazy. And it was useless after that. Once you bend it back, it's never the same again once you bend this thing back. Here is what works the best. Right there on the screen. I have one in my hand also. This is what works the best. It's super easy to use. It's easy to clip on the net. It's just absolutely amazing. This is a game changer for sure. This is the
they're pre-made, they're all ready to go, right? Right when you get
these are
package, fill it up with bait, throw it in the water.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. They're ready to go. You just fill it up with bait, fill it all the way up to the top, like you'll see in the live video I'm going to do tonight. Fill it all the way up to the top, clip it onto your net, both sides. I like to clip this one specifically onto the bottom ring on both sides and throw it in the water. You'll catch lobsters. As long as you're a member of your saltwater guide, you're going to get the spots, and all these spots are productive.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Thanks for throwing that up there on the screen, Justin. Elliot, thank you very
Elliot.
much. And we're showing you how cool the products are at Promar. There's everything you could ever need to go fishing, squid fishing, rockfish fishing. There's just so many phenomenal products at Promar Ahi. You will be blown away. When you go down that rabbit hole, you grab that QR code and you go look, and you go in to Promar and you start to go down the rabbit hole and start to go, oh my gosh, they make everything. Like Ryan from Slay Day was talking about. They make the sabikis you've been using. Dan and Kim swear by the rock cod squirts. Kim loves the pink ones. They work phenomenal. Dan catches fish on the pink or the white. He doesn't care. He's not partial. But gang, you want to go down the rabbit hole and go see all the cool products they have available for you at Promar Ahi USA and put in the code YSW.
All right, gang.
I've made a ton of videos for Promar plus other companies. If you guys are tired of not selling your product and you want to sell some product, give me a call at 949-374-0786. I'll help you sell your product. We'll get it out in front of millions of people. Think about that. If you tried to buy advertisement on Facebook and get in front of 1 million people, it costs you can't even comprehend what it'll cost. All you got to do is give me a call. We'll make a video together and we'll put it out on my social media platform. We got a video we posted last night. Elliot posted last night. It's already got over 1 million views on TikTok, and it's not even 24 hours old. It's got 60,000 views on Facebook and another 50,000 on Instagram. Getting the power of your saltwater guide, like I was letting Pablo and Justin tell you, is as we come into the dock, never ever do we throttle up. Never do we give it any fuel. It's simply in gear and out of gear. In gear, minute the boat moves, back out of gear. Once you feel the boat starting to slide forward, you simply take them out of gear. There are no brakes on a boat. Now, as I'm starting to approach the dock, if you look at the dock now, I want to put my bow dead center in the middle of the dock. I'm going to put my starboard side on the dock. So I'm putting my left engine in reverse, my right engine in forward. The bow will start to swing to the left. Now I'm back in neutral. The bow is still moving. The boat is still moving, but we're not in gear. Now we're going to simply dump the left one in reverse. That'll straighten the bow out a little bit more. Tap the right one in forward as the bow moves to your left. Now we're going to drive in on the dock. Now remember, on a boat, it's pretty far back. As we come into the dock. Crazy, right? That was crazy. How could you imagine? Could you imagine if your product was mentioned on there and you got 1 million views in one day? How happy would you be? I mean, come on, that's pretty amazing. I don't get it. I humble myself every single day when Elliot sends me the new numbers. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. There's a lot of people in the industry that would say, Cap Dave, you're going to burn out. It's not going to keep happening for you. They've been saying that for 5 years. What's going on, Pablo? Or am I still here?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I think you're here, and I think you're good. And look at you. Look at your backdrop. What a horrible office. I'm sure we would always hate. All of us would hate to have that backdrop for an office right now. I mean, what's going on here, Dave? You don't look like you're enjoying yourself one bit.
It's terrible down here. You guys do not want to come to Mexico. It's super. I mean, look, it's super unsafe. It's so unsafe here. Don't come down here. Do yourself a favor. Don't come down here. But listen, gang, super important. We got Luke McFadden. I don't know if you guys have been following Luke or not. He's a commercial crab fisherman on Chesapeake Bay. The young man is an awesome young man. He works harder than anybody I've ever seen. I know a lot of guys his age that work as hard, but you're going to have a hard time finding many people that work as hard as Luke does. And he is a phenomenal fisherman. He was on our show about 10 months ago, and he's coming back on Friday. So don't miss that. And make sure you hit him. Follow it. Look at that. That was yesterday. When I was talking to Justin on the phone, I was catching that little broomtail in like 12 feet of water on a live shrimp. Pretty amazing.
So
right?
much fun.
It was.
That is so cool.
So, gang, I'm going to get going. I got to go home and see my beautiful wife. Pablo, real quick, hit them with your best shot. Get them to get you out on their boat. Go.
All right, everybody. Pablo Fernandez Charters, your saltwater guide, one of the guides here with Justin and Sunny. And I have the best option is a gift certificate. I'm telling you, $500 gets me on your boat anytime this year. You got to buy it by the end of the year, and it'll get me to guide on your boat anytime until December 31st of 24. You can find me at FernandezCharters.com, Fernandez Charters on Facebook, or at Fernandez Charters for Instagram. Phone number 619-431-3070, 619-431-3070. Call me anytime with any questions. Love to get out on your boat or get you out on mine.
Thanks, Pablo. Yeah, don't not take advantage of a game, because I promise you on January 1st, 2024, the price of tea in China is going up tremendously for everybody. I don't know if you've been to the gas station lately or if you bought a loaf of bread lately, but it's time for all of us to adjust our prices. So take advantage of it now, and you can get out there fishing with one of these guys for $500. Justin, it's your turn. Go. Bye, Pablo.
All right,
I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you, buddy. Thank you.
See you, Pablo. So same thing, ladies and gentlemen. $500. I'll come out on your boat, show you how it's done, from lobsters all the way up to bluefin or marlin or whatever you want to catch in between, Catalina, San Clemente. I'll come out there and show you. Also, don't forget, watch me tonight, 6:15 p.m. at Your Saltwater Guide. Tomorrow as well. This coming Saturday, I'll be live as well. Uh-oh, what's going on here? There you go. Something happened to my phone. All right. So, yeah, don't forget. And also, there's that tournament. I believe it's the 27th of January when we were talking to Ryan. I can come out and guide you for that tournament. We already talked to Ryan, and he said it's perfectly fine for me to come and try to catch some giant bugs on your boat. So I don't know what's going on with my phone. It's being weird. There we go. Sorry, it's all shaky.
So yeah, don't forget King of the Bay is it called, or something like that.
King of the Harbor. So King of the Harbor. It's a really cool tournament right there. We, my wife and I and my father-in-law, we placed in one of those tournaments before as well, and then after that we stopped doing it just because we wanted everyone else to win. Yeah, well, I'll be more than happy to come out there with you. I would personally rather come out on your boat and do this because my boat's kind of big to go over there in that launch ramp. It gets really shallow over there and it's kind of sketchy. So it'll be up to you though. Yeah, I would love to come out with you on the boat. We can go try to win that tournament, or if you want me to just come out on your boat and show you how to operate things, fish spots, set your anchor, just general fishing stuff, I'd be more than happy to come out with you. You can give me a call, 951-703-9442, or you could text me, whichever you prefer. If I don't answer right away, I'm probably on the water, have low reception, or I'm with other customers. Me personally, I don't think it's right for me to be talking business with other people while I'm with guests. So,
no, you're right. Thank you very much, Justin. Elliot, gang, if you guys want to move to the next level in your social media or your website, you want to have a bitchin' website built, there is nobody on the planet that I'm going to suggest more than Elliot. He's absolutely changed my life to the max, 100,000 degrees. He's changed every part of my life. That's why you cannot not see me, is because of Elliot. My website built by Elliot. A lot of other big companies have their websites built by Elliot. Plus, he's just a phenomenal human being. So check out Inside the Bite. You can see and talk to Elliot. He'll be more than happy to talk to you. He's never going to just hit you with a corporate answer. You're going to explain to him what you need. He's going to explain to you what he can do for you. And then the magic, you just let the magic happen and stay out of the way. The worst thing I could possibly do is tell Elliot what I think we should do. Boy, that never seems to work out. If I do what Elliot tells me to do, here we are, gang.
Yeah.
Get millions and millions of views every month. It's absolutely great. It's insane. Elliot, if you had a second to throw up your information on there before we log off. If not, we'll get you next time. There he is. There's the man. Yeah, he's pretty quick, isn't he?
Yeah, he is very, very good at what he does. Very good.
You want to move up your social media presence, which, let's be perfectly honest, gang. Go outside right now and look. I'll bet you you can't see 10 people in your area that aren't on their phone. 10. Try to count 10 that aren't staring at their phone. It's all because they're looking at social media. If you don't understand, social media is the key. It's the key. If you want.
And one more thing, look at you. Look at everyone. Everyone's on their phone right now.
Right.
Even me.
So yeah, check it out, gang. And if you want to know more about Elliot, you can always call me at 949-374-0786. I'll steer you in the right direction. I want to thank Justin. Make sure you guys tune in tonight. It's going to be insane. Elliot will do a great job producing the show tonight, like he always does. Is Promar going to be involved tonight? Are there any sponsors involved tonight?
I just have a discount code for tonight. I think I may have a couple things I could try to give away on my boat. I have a lot of stuff on my boat. I need to get rid of something. So I'm sure I can give away a couple things on the show tonight. We'll do some quizzes or something. And yeah, and there's going to be a special code for tonight as well to save more money at Promar. One of the things I'm holding right here is that, oh shoot, this doggone phone. This Promar net. This thing is a must-have, and I'll tell you really quick, if I didn't have this net yesterday, we wouldn't have landed some big giant sheep's head or bass that we got. It would have broke our line right off. And you must have on your boat. What's that?
And you would have got a big ticket.
Oh yeah, that ticket. I believe I looked it up before. It was like $300 or $400, wasn't it? Something ridiculous.
Not having a landing net. That's the Pro Mesh Series landing net that he's holding up there. It comes apart. It stores very, very easy. It's a great net. That's just one of the many, many, many things you're going to see on Promar Ahi's website. Check it all out, gang. I'm going to get flying home. Justin, I can't wait to see you tonight. Don't forget to watch Justin tonight, gang, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for a phenomenal show. Tomorrow, we got Bill Varney joining us. We're going to be talking about what's coming down the pipe for the closures and how we all can stay involved to keep fishing. So thank you all very, very much. Justin, have a great day. Elliot, everybody.